Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So I've had a new delivery of washi tapes from the Washi Tape shop, and I really wanted to share with you some of the products that have kindly been sent to me by them. I absolutely love their tapes. As you know, I've got many videos on my channel showing ways to use them, but I thought you'd like to see an unboxing of some of the latest designs and also a couple of paper pads that they've sent me as well that's new to their shop. These are just double-sided decorative papers. They would be great for using in your art journal, but they'd also be great for making cards as well. So I'm going to showcase a couple of ideas that I've had using these in an upcoming video. I won't be using them today, but I just wanted to share with you the designs. So both of the pages are double-sided with the same design, and you get two of each design in a pad. It's quite a thin paper rather than a cardstock, but perfect for card making and adding like layers to your cards as well. So I'll pop those to one side for now, and I'm going to share with you the washi tapes that I've received. Now, this is how they come. They come beautifully wrapped in tissue paper. You have a stick at either end, one with the kind of like a sample of the tape, and the other end has got the name of the tape. And I like to peel that off and pop it on the inside of the roll, just so that I know which design I'm using. Then you peel off a piece of sellotape that's just holding the roll together. I tend to keep that and use it to hold them together as well when I'm using the roll. And then you get these gorgeous, beautiful designs. This tape is called the Pre-Cut Magnolia Bloom Wide PET tape, and it's got so many beautiful, gorgeous stickers on it. So you've got all those floral designs, and then you've also got some text as well. So they are perfect for art journaling, but I love to use these in my card making. Now, I'm not going to show you the unwrapping of each roll, but I do want to show you the gorgeous designs. So this is the pre-cut arched Arbors wide PET tape. You've got those lovely windows and doors. These will be perfect for card making. They're just so pretty. As I was rolling through the designs, I was just having loads of ideas of ways to use them. This tape is a beautiful pre-cut Lemon Breeze wide PET tape, again with all those kind of summer theme designs on. Again, you've got some text there and some characters as well. So again, perfect for journaling, but also perfect for card making. This tape is so pretty, and again, I've got lots of ideas for this one. This is the Pre-Cut Velvet Orchard wide PET tape, and you've got that beautiful lace design. And so that's going to be perfect for adding details to cards. The next two tapes are a duo, and they're just so pretty. They're washi tapes and they've got gold gilding on. This is the Pre-Cut Sunlit Orchard #1 script tape. And then the second one is called the Pre-Cut Sunlit Orchard #3 script tape. So really, really pretty. I love all the gilded detail. I love the fact that you've got extra little stickers as well, so that you can create perhaps your own background papers or extra embellishments on your cards. But yeah, when the light catches the gold, it is so pretty. And then finally, I've got another kind of doors and windows tape. This is the Pre-Cut Cottage Panes wide PET tape. And again, really, really pretty. And I just have loads of fun ideas for these. And then the final two tapes are these really fun cartoon style cat tapes. This is the Pre-Cut Kitty Cascade wide PET tape. And then there's also the Pre-Cut Kitty Conga wide PET tape. And these are just so fun. I'll probably use these in my journal that I keep, like my diary. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing with these. They're just really fun and bright and colourful and playful. So yeah, some really fabulous new designs from the Washi Tape shop. So let's get into creating some cards. And I've chosen some cardstock that I think will go well with this gorgeous Sunlit Orchard gilded washi tape. I've got a few mini note cards. So these are 4 by 4 inches. I've got 5 of them here, so I'm going to make a set of notelets. But again, you could customize these into any size card that you prefer making. I've got quite a few of these small card blanks in my stash, so I really want to use them up. And I actually really like making small cards. I think they work great as a little gift set, and they also work great with these smaller kind of sticker designs as well. So I dug out a few smaller square dies from my stash, and I've cut a few mini squares out. This is a scalloped one from Paper Rose Studios, the lots of squares die set. And it's got some piercing holes around the border, and I just wanted to make sure that the one that the sticker's covering stays visible. So I've just used my pokey tool there. For the background, I'm going to use this background stamp from Hero Arts. This is the Bird Song Script background stamp. I think it's really key to have a good text background stamp in your stash. There's lots of different ones on the market, and I think once you've got one, you don't really need another one. But I didn't really have a decent text background stamp, so I purchased this a few months ago and I've been using it quite a bit. I'm going to just add some Sandy Beach Gina K Designs ink to that, and then I'm just going to press the card panel onto it, and you can see we've got a really subtle background, and that Sandy Beach ink goes really well with the browns that are on the tape. I'm just peeling off the backing tape and I'm going to place that nice and centered on the card base. For a sentiment, I'm going to use the Whimsical Wishes stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it with some Acorn VersaFine Clear ink. Again, it's a nice brown that goes along with the colours that are on the tape. And then that is the first card finished. And I would have recommended stamping the sentiment before sticking the raised embellishment down, but I did get away with it there. So for the second card, I've got a piece of metallic cardstock, which is 3 3/4 inches square, a piece of lovely lavender cardstock, which is 3.5 inches square, and then a postage die. And I've just stuck one of the trees to the centre of that. I'm going to add some of the smaller stickers around the outside of the centre of the card panel, because I just wanted to add a little bit of extra interest to the background, and I thought this was a really nice way of using the stickers to coordinate with that tree in the centre. You could of course skip that step and just use an embossing folder and add some texture that way, but I thought it was a nice way of using the stickers. And then I'm just going to get all of that stuck down. Again, I'm just going to add some foam tape to the centre postage square, and then that'll be the second card finished. And I think this looks really pretty. It was just a nice way of using the stickers and keep it nice and simple. And I'm going to skip a sentiment on that card. For the third card, I'm using the smaller die from the Paper Ray Studios Lots and Lots of Squares die set. This is just a solid square with a stitched border, and I was just playing around with them. I wanted to kind of do a bit of a colour block technique, so I was just kind of playing around with the layout. I decided to stick some of the smaller stickers to each of the centre of those squares, and then I'm just going to use some liquid glue to stick those nice and flat to my card base. I'm just using the Belly Arts glue, and I'm just making sure that they're lined up nicely. I want an even space in between them all, so I'm making sure that they're lined up point to point into the edge of the card as well. I then die cut the same squares but using a darker green cardstock, and then I'm just going to use some liquid glue to stick all of those down. So again, I'm just adding the glue to quite a few of the areas first of all, and then I can stick those down. I do need a few more cutting out, so I am just going to trim off the excess bits here, and then I wanted to see if they would fit, but they didn't quite work. They weren't quite the right size, so I've cut a few more squares out and I'm just sticking those down now. Again, I'm just going to trim off the excess from behind using my paper trimmer, or you could just use some scissors here to trim off the excess. To finish the card off, I'm just going to add a few little pearl dots using some reverse tweezers to each of the centres, so it looks a bit like a kind of faux studded leather effect. I just felt like it kind of helped bring all of the card together. And then I just used a small hello die for the sentiment. That's from a Concord and 9th die set that I've got in my stash. For the fourth card, I've cut a layer of green cardstock and a layer of pearlescent cream cardstock, and I'm going to stamp with some Lisa Horton Crafts solid gold metallic ink using the Wavy Lines background stamp from Concord and 9th, and this just added some really nice interest to the back of this panel. I've already got my fake image ready to the side, which is just one of the tree stickers onto one of those scalloped squares. And so once that's all stuck down nice and flat, I'll just add some foam tape to the back of that and pop that up in the centre of the card. Again, I'm going to stamp a sentiment from the Whimsical Sayings stamp set, again using the Acorn VersaFine Clear ink, but I really would have recommended, again, stamping this before you stick your piece down. It just makes it so much easier. For the fifth card, I'm going to make a little mini shaker here. So I'm using that scalloped square to die cut a window from a piece of 3 3/4 squared white cardstock. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on it before I do anything else. Again, using that Acorn ink. This one just says a happy hello. I'm then just going to add a piece of acetate behind it. I know it's a little bit tricky to see on the camera, but I am just using some liquid glue here. You could use red line tape if you prefer, but if you leave the glue a small margin away from the window, you won't get any glue on the acetate. I've just trimmed off the excess, but now our window is ready to go. So I'm going to add some foam tape all the way around the window, and what's really important here is that the foam tape is really butted up close to each other. You don't want any gaps, because otherwise any shaker elements are going to fall out. So it is really important to make sure that it's nice and tight. I'm going to use the really cute greenhouse sticker behind my window, and I just want to make sure that it's nice and centered up with the acetate window. The great thing about washi tape is you can peel it back up if you need to, but once I'm happy that that's stuck down, then I'm going to add my anti-static powder to the window. Again, before you add the acetate and the foam tape, you could line that window up on your card base and stick the sticker down. That would probably be a whole lot easier. And then I'm just adding some glitter. This is from Wow Embossing. They also make glitter and not just embossing powder. So I've got this really lovely fine gold glitter. I've added that to my shaker card and then I've popped it down, and you can see that looks really, really pretty and cute. So that's just a really easy way to make a shaker card. They're really not difficult and they're so much fun, just adding that interactive element. You want to use the anti-static powder bag just to stop the glitter sticking all over that window. But then here's our finished 5 cards for today. So thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below which tape you'd like to see me create 5 cards with next, and the one that gets the most suggestions will be the one that I create with in another video very soon. Please don't forget that all the products that I've shared today will be linked in the description box below, along with an exclusive discount code for the Washi Tape shop. Also, please don't forget to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. It really helps me out, along with the hype button as well. Don't forget, if you'd like to see more from my channel, you can subscribe as well, and I'd really appreciate that. And I also have a playlist of lots more videos for washi tape, which I'll leave at the end of this video. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Take care.